Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. We're here each and every morning at 8 o'clock for your viewing and listening pleasure. Good morning, Keshav. I love when you check in right away. It lets me know that people are out there and we can have this conversation. I love Sundays. Why? Well, Sundays I get to do meditation with you at 7. I get to talk to you at 8, and then at 10:30 I do my Sunday celebration. So I get to connect again. So what a joy it is to be with you. Patricia, Annette, welcome. And so today I'm just going to chat a little bit about the idea that there are natural laws. There are natural laws, and when you understand natural laws and you use the natural laws, you become a master. You're no longer a victim because you are tapped into what is creating your experience. And you see, most people hear about this law of cause and effect. They hear about the law of attraction, and yet they don't know how. No, let me rephrase that. They may not know how to use it, but they don't make a conscious choice to use it. That's really the interesting thing. It's a conscious choice. Keshav goes to 7 laws of the universe. Well, you could break them down into 7, but there's probably only one that really relates to us. And that law that relates to us is that the thoughts that we project with belief, conviction, and emotion behind it, holding on to them persistently and consistently, whether we do it consciously or unconsciously, draws to us the experience of what we're thinking. You see, what we're doing is we are literally creating an energy. Do you get that? Our thoughts going out with the associated words, with the associated actions, with the associated emotions, create an energy field around us. That energy field that we create is what draws to or pushes away. Here's the key thing about that. This law is working whether you're aware of it or not. It's 24/7, 365 for eternity. This law is always working. So you are always receiving the sum total of who you think you are. Now that may piss you off. Oop, did I say that? A minister said that? Yes, he did. Why? A minister's just a person. People put ministers and gurus and all these people on a platform. No, don't do that. We're all individualized expressions of the universe. We're all equal in that we all have the same power to create. We have the same ability to become masters of our life if we choose to become the master of our life. So many times I'm just going to say this, we just get friggin' lazy. And we just want to say, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to consciously think this. Why do I have to do this? No one else is doing it. Did you just hear what I just said? No one else is doing it. You're right. No one else is consciously taking control of their life. Well, guess what? You can be like everybody else if you choose. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be Lee. Not only do I want to be, I choose to be Lee. I choose to be the uniqueness of Lee. I choose to be uniqueness of Lee, whether it pertains to my spiritual connection, my relationships, my money, my financial wealth, the career that I'm choosing to be in, as well as my health and well-being, my social life. I'm making conscious choices of who that individual is. And here's a key thing. I'm making conscious choices of that, and I really don't care what anyone else thinks about my choices. Because if I care what someone else thinks about my choices, now I'm going to do what they want me to do instead of what I want to do. And so now I'm subordinating myself to them. I'm putting them above me. And why the hell would we ever do that? That's a great question. Why would you put anyone above you? The only reason is you've been domesticated to believe that there are people better than you. Did you hear that word? I love the word domesticated. I would love to say that that came to me in an inspiration. I got that word from Don Miguel Ruiz in his writings. The domestication of the human race. And it starts with the day that you're born. Mama and daddy domesticated you. The schools domesticated you. The politics domesticated you. The corporations domesticated you. The televisions domesticated you. The books domesticated you. You have not been taught to think for yourself from the moment you were born. Do you get that? And if you're one of those people who's a little bit more aware, and I like to think I'm a little bit more aware, I taught my boys, my two sons, to think for themselves. And when they got to be teenagers, I didn't like it. Now that they're in their mid-30s, I absolutely love it. They challenge me on everything. They challenge everything. They're thinking for themselves for the most part. We all are domesticated in one way or another. We just got to admit it. And then we've got to find out, okay, if I'm domesticated to thinking this way, how's that affecting me being fully present, being fully powerful in my life? What is it today? Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't even know. Days are just coming together. Gene and I watched Soul for the second time. That Walt Disney movie that just came out, Disney movie. I loved Soul. Because the message in it is that we're all out there searching for that one thing to do. Who are we? What is that one thing? There isn't one thing. Here's the one thing. Fully experiencing your life in every moment. Being so fully present that you're experiencing it. And guess what? If you're fully experiencing life in every moment, then you're going to start to master your life. Why? Because if you know that you have the power to create the experience and you get to choose the type of experience you want in your life, then you'll use the power about creating a new belief system, a system that supports you in that type of thing. One of the things that I learned from Dr. John Demartini, who's my favorite teacher in the West, is this. Everyone has a hierarchy of values, meaning we all have a top 5 or top 3 values that make us unique. Mine are becoming more aware. Number 2, teaching about how to better self-love through conscious living. And number 3 is building community. Right now, I'm doing all 3 with you right now. I have 4, 5, and 6, which is learning about human behavior and spirituality. It's also about my personal health and well-being and being financially free to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Those are the top 5, 6 values for me. I make all my decisions based on them. But here's what I've learned is I can walk up to many, 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 many people and they don't have a clue. That's one of the reasons why I became a master licensed teacher affiliated with Dr. John in that area, because he is the master in that. And when you find someone that's that good, you don't put them on a pedestal, but you learn what you can from them. You take the tools that you can get from them and you use those tools in your life. And for me as a teacher, to use those tools to help others. So I do offer that to people, and there is a cost. If you want to know more about that, go to the agapespiritualcenter.com website. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Do you have anything you want me to talk about? All of you out there, I got Raven, Keshov, Milan, Quentin, I got Sandra Lynn out there, I got Marilinda's out there, I've got Bennett out there, I've got Annette out there. I mean, anything you want to talk about. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait and talk to you again in, when is it, 10:30? I do my Sunday celebration. So 10:30 Central Time, I'll be back out here because that's when I do my formal Sunday. I call it my Sunday service. It's really not a service. It's more of a formal thing that I do every Sunday where I lead you in with some visualization, take you to a nice 18, 20-minute talk. I'm going to build the basic foundation of how to become a master of your life in my talk today. Then I'll leave with prayer, and I'll give you a few announcements of some really cool things happening at Agape. Really cool things. If you want to know what to plug into at Agape, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar. Here's a recommendation. The recommendation is from Bennett. He says, I love the self-worth meditation. So if you want to do the self-worth meditation, guess what? Just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube, Lee Wallach. Guess what? You'll find the meditations there all for you. So Jessica says, making and creating boundaries. Here's the thing. Jessica, if you know what you value most and someone's trying to get you to do something you don't value most, guess what? Say no. The greatest word, simplest word that we can use in the demonstration of our own self-worth and self-love is the word no. Because what we're doing is we're honoring ourselves. We're actually saying yes to me. Good morning, Becky. Yes to me. When you say no to someone else's demand on you, the reason you're saying no, it's not who I am. So you're saying yes to me. That's an act of self-love. We don't think of it that way. We think, oh, that's selfish. No, it's not. You were put on this earth to say yes to everybody. Do you get that? You were put on this earth so that you can have the greatest experience of life based on your uniqueness, your magnificence. And we get tied up with this idea, well, I have to have one person and one person only to have that. That's bull crunch. I have a partner, 48 plus years of a partner, but I don't experience everything with her. She can't fulfill every desire that I have about to be with me, to share with me and that. No, I've got a lot of magnificent people in my life that I share this journey with. Here's the thing. We talked about this earlier, the domestication. What's a domestication? You can only have one partner. Now, I'm not saying go out and get married to more people, but I'm saying you can only have one person that you do all this life. No. Well, Keshav, I would like to talk more, but I can't. And Keshav, you want things all at once, but guess what? You're just going to have to keep listening because it's a continual unfoldment. That's what I've understand. The process of becoming a master of your life is something that is continually forever and ever unfolding if you choose to make it your life path. So with that, I'm going to say to you, look forward to, if you can, join me at 10:30 Central Time. Same place, same station. I'll be there. And I want to let you know how grateful I am that you joined me today. And so for that gratitude, I just want to say I accept you and I love you just the way you are. Go be the most magnificent you that you can be. Until tomorrow, aloha.